Hello and welcome to another episode of Business Spotlight. Today I bring to you Audra Carpenter, and she is owner of Zindo+co. I am Teresa Strong-Myrick with Action Coach Tampa Bay, and I'm so happy to share another wonderful business owner with you. So Audra, why don't you come on and tell us a little bit about yourself, your business, and how long you've been doing this?
Okay. The older we get, the longer the story gets. So I'll just try to make it super short and quick. I've owned multiple businesses, but the business that I've currently had since 2009 is a digital marketing agency. So I made the pivot out of owning a title company before that, when the real estate market kind of went to hell in 2010, or for me, I got out of it in 2010, started the digital agency in 2009, and have been doing that since. Now, just recently, over the last couple of years, I'm making a little bit of a pivot, and I know we'll go more into that, and I'll talk about what Zindo & Company is, but digital agency, start to finish, from building out websites. I've personally probably built 500 websites over the last 10 years, 12 years. So big fan of WordPress, everything that goes into that community, SEO. I've had startup clients to Fortune 500. You can do a lot in this many years in this industry. And I think what the cool thing about it that keeps me interested is marketing is always changing. How you reach your customers online is exciting. And now we've opened up the whole frontier of AI. And that is just, that's a whole nother segment, but loving where our industry is going.
Wonderful. I see the excitement and passion.
Yeah,
So that is
fun.
awesome.
It's so fun learning this stuff. Yeah.
Right. So who is your ideal client? I know you just handle a lot of different businesses, but what's your ideal? What's your sweet spot?
Well, as I pivot out of the agency, so I've owned an agency up till now, probably about 2018, 2019, marketing started changing. So the amount of people that got online, the complexity of it, the amount of work that actually goes into successfully marketing a business online, there's a lot. Right. And where I found my sweet spot is I would typically go into a business and I would look at everything. So I'd look at their P&L, and then I would also look at their systems and their staff and how they're showing up online, and then finding new ways to create revenue that maybe they hadn't been able to take the time to see. So that's what I've done over the last few years. Super helpful. Sometimes it's just another set of eyes. This as being a coach, right? Sometimes they just can't see it in front of them. So spent a lot of time doing that. And what I kind of recognized over the years is there's patterns. 80% of what we do as marketers or even business owners can be turned into some kind of repeatable system. Right? We try it, we find something that works, we build a process, we delegate it, we move on to the next thing. Right. So as more and more people got into it, I'm not a commodity person. I'm not going to lower my prices. I've been doing this too long, but I also get that you can build a website now much more affordable than what it was 5 years ago even. Right. So I decided to pivot, and I kind of went back and looked at all the pieces that a business owner needs when it comes to marketing or, selling things online, and started building out the Zindo & Company marketplace. Now, I know I haven't got to my customer, but I swear I will.
That's okay. Go ahead.
The goal for that is to handle every single piece, from launching to validating your ideas to making sure that you have a market, and then how to build every single piece. I've done a ton of volunteering through an organization called SCORE, which you're probably very familiar with. They're nationwide. Absolutely. But it kind of gave me a way to reconnect with startups, because I was working with, I was helping the guy get from 5 million to 20 million. So I kind of wanted to back up a little bit and say, okay, what is missing with all these smaller companies that would get them to 5 million? And typically it's just, a person, a process, or a product to get them past where they're stuck. So I started building out this marketplace, and it will continue to grow. There's 5 properties in it right now, which I kind of consider my anchor stores for if I was building a mall. so it's got WordPress hosting, it's got tech support. Zindo Labs, which will be the main pull, is kind of a baby version of LinkedIn and LinkedIn Learning, but for small business. So training, SOPs, courses. I've actually tied in a platform called ClickUp, where I've created all of their SOPs, all of everything that you can imagine, how to do SEO, how to do social media, set up an editorial calendar. I've pre-built all of this because again, I've seen such brilliant ideas, but I know in my heart, those people, that product will never make it because the business owner can't figure out how to market it. And so
I just love it.
That's what I'm building so I can solve that. Let's remove that so they could spend the 20% of time where they should be building relationships and engaging and finding customers and serving their customers. So that's kind of my, I know that's a lot. It has been a lot because I've been building it for the last couple of years, but as I evolve out of services, I don't want to be a commodity. I want to be able to serve people at a better level where these kind of things, they don't need to be a mystery. It's easy to send an email. People shouldn't spend, 2 months trying to figure it out. So build the processes and let me help them get launched properly.
I love that. That is one of those missing things that
it is.
And you can see it. You can absolutely see how folks are struggling, stuck on one thing. It's like, you don't have to be stuck on that so long. There are solutions for you. So I love that you have a comprehensive approach to helping startups. That's so beautiful.
I think the other thing, the internet allows us to do anything, right? There's tons of tremendously valuable content out there. Where I find business owners get stuck is, okay, I'm working on SEO or I'm working on Facebook ads, and now they're not working anymore.
Right.
So how do I fix that? Well, so they'll go out and they'll read 30 different blog posts from authorities, right? Because there are 100 different ways to do a Facebook ad. But then a bunch of YouTube videos, and then they're like, okay, I'm completely overwhelmed. Who do I listen to? Which processes do I use?
Absolutely.
And we don't need all that. We need one process that works, and then do that well. And then your audience will tell you the rest. They'll tell you what they like and what they don't like. And the data will drive the decisions you make after that.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah.
Great.
So
point.
That's the goal. That's where I'm headed. Okay. I want to be able to be that place where people go for support until they're ready for a HubSpot or ready for a Salesforce. There's nobody really filling in that gap there. So that's where I'm going. So a new category.
I love it. I love it.
Thanks.
So what is the biggest obstacle you've had to overcome in building?
What would be the biggest obstacle? It's big. Biggest thing I've ever done. I actually had this mapped out in 2012.
Oh, wow.
But I think professionally, I wasn't the person ready to take on a project this big. So I've had to not only, you acquire the skills, the more clients you have and the more business you do and that kind of stuff. That just comes with time and grade, right? We become experts the more we learn. But I think I needed to evolve as an entrepreneur and a business owner to be able to say, okay, I really can wrap my arms around a project this big. So I think some of it's definitely been me. And getting to a place where I could feel what I don't know I can figure out.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I'm trying to show up as we're the how. So everybody, coaches tell you, don't get stuck in the weeds, find the who, somebody else will do the how. I'm actually the how. So, owning that place, there's a lot. There really is a lot to it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's been good. Challenge is good.
It is because what you learn in the process of the challenge, right? And going through the challenge is great. And I just want to point out that fact that you have to keep moving through. You started a vision and we talk about be, do, have. You know what you want to have, right? Okay. And you know that there are things that you need to do. But sometimes you have to become the person who can handle the doing so that you can get to that point. And it's like you've been working on your being, who you are, right? So that you can do that, right? So, but it is a process. I love that you're sticking to it because it's such a wonderful cause. Absolutely love it.
Thanks. I mean, at this point in my career, it's like, so what else am I going to do? I don't want to build another website or, I've acquired all of these skills. I owned coffee shops before. I owned a title company. I mean, I've been so fortunate in the careers that I've had. This is like my legacy. This is my, the last push of something that could be ever changing for our industry, especially for small business. I've got such a connection to helping them. And like I said, typically it's just one little pivot that they need to make, and it turns the cash register on and allows them to achieve everything that they've wanted.
Right. And I imagine that's the thing that keeps you going. I feel that for you. So awesome. Good
I love
deal. Yes. So it's been a pleasure speaking with you. Is there anything that you have coming up that you want our community to know about?
I would love, if anybody has interest in finding out more about the Zindo & Company Marketplace, you can actually go and join Zindo Labs for free. I have an app in the iOS App Store, Google Play Store is on its way, but you can join the community for free. So like I said, it's kind of like, my version of LinkedIn, baby version. There's no ads, there's no spam, but it's to help entrepreneurs. It's other entrepreneurs talking and testing ideas and all that kind of good stuff. So if you have some time or you want to look into a community like you, come say hi. I'd love to meet you.
Wonderful. And could you just say the website for us one time? And
that
I'll put it in the description as well.
Of course. That one is Zindo Labs. Zindo Labs, labs.com. So in the whole little, I have Zindo Labs, Zindo Tech, Zindo Hub, Zindo Connect, and then Zindo.co. And I've got a bunch of other AIs and things like that coming because I'm going to make sure I have everything that businesses need to excel online.
Absolutely. And might I just say it's a great website.
Oh, thanks. That's kind. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Well, thank you so much for your time. And thank you all again for watching another episode of Business Spotlight. I'll see you again soon.